Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Dee again, and welcome to the Interstate with Dee. Today is Saturday, December 21st, 2024. Welcome back to our trip on the Interstate. What we do here is present news from the state level that will end up having national importance later, or news that made it into the national news cycle but was overshadowed. Then we go over some questions from y'all. On this date, December 21st, in 1864, General Sherman ended his march to the sea with the capture of Savannah. It was a pivotal moment in the American Civil War, designed to break the Confederacy's ability to wage war. The march began in Atlanta and cut a path to Savannah following a scorched earth policy. Okay, and on to the news. This applies to a bunch of states. There are pickets outside of many Amazon locations around the country. Arizona Governor Katie Hobbs wants legislation passed that repeals the requirement for an annual report on abortion in the state. The call comes over concerns about patients' privacy. California has declared a state of emergency over bird flu in cattle. Officials say the proclamation is a targeted action to ensure government agencies have the resources and flexibility they need to respond quickly to this outbreak. The CDC still says the risk to the general public is low. In Georgia, the Fulton County DA has been disqualified from the Trump case. A Kansas school board has reportedly rejected a social studies curriculum and says it treats Trump unfairly. The governor of Kentucky announced the state's economic gains are continuing as a food company plans a nice $69 million investment in the state that should add more than 900 jobs. In Maine, 145 workers in the state's Office of Children and Family Services signed a letter of no confidence, hoping to have the director replaced. The reasoning seems to be focused on allegations related to employee safety concerns. Montana's Supreme Court has upheld a landmark decision regarding 16 young people who brought a case saying they have a constitutional right to a clean environment. The court agrees. Also in Montana, a judge has temporarily blocked enforcement of rules that prohibits trans people from changing their gender on state documents. In New Mexico, current U.S. Interior Secretary Deb Haaland appears to be setting up to run for the governor's office in 2026. That would be a game changer for the race. So far, there's no official word from her team about the rumor. New York and New Jersey have a temporary ban on flights over critical infrastructure out of an abundance of caution. Federal officials are still saying there is no cause for alarm. Regardless, other states may follow suit with temporary restrictions. Also in New York, a former top aide to New York City's mayor has been indicted. Reporting suggests that allegations range from bribery to money laundering. In North Carolina, a Republican candidate for the state Supreme Court has asked the same state Supreme Court to toss around 60,000 ballots in his race. This would effectively allow the Supreme Court to choose their future co-worker. The state of Washington has declared that murder hornets have been murdered in the state. They've been eradicated in the state. And here's your weird state fact for this week. South Carolina has a monkey colony with thousands of monkeys on it. It's called Morgan Island. Also, today I learned monkey colony is really fun to say. Try it. Okay. So moving on to the question and answer portion of the show. Question number 1. D. Have you heard anything about Louisiana banning vaccines? I'm guessing not, because that seems like something that would be on a main channel video. No ban on vaccines. But as I'm putting this together, there is some reporting about that saying the state somehow stopped some health department people from promoting vaccines. I'm pretty sure this is something you can expect Bell to dig into. But the evidence I've seen so far is not about a ban, but is about stopping the health department from promoting them. We'll see how it plays out. Question number 2. Is it true that Biden deported more people than Trump? Based on the number we have, yes. That is what those numbers say. Question number 3. D. Here's something for you to end the show on something funny. My state senator posted this. It is inconceivable that the federal government has no answers nor has taken any action to get to the bottom of the unidentified drones. The fecklessness of this administration was on display last year when a Chinese surveillance balloon was allowed to fly over the entire continental United States before being shot down. Such should be viewed as a threat to our nation and citizens, and action is long overdue. We have resources and assets in our arsenal to get answers, but I suppose Ukraine is more important to the White House. January 20th can't come soon enough. So below that, it has a picture with a caption that says, "Breaking news, crashed drone in Orange Beach retrieved from water." This is a picture of a TIE fighter from Star Wars on a flatbed truck. I went and looked, and yes, this post from State Senator Doug Mastriano does in fact exist. Let's hope it was a joke. Okay, that looks like it. We'll see you next week for another trip. Y'all have a good day.